Graffiti is not about what we paint. It's about getting here and getting the job done. It's not an art form. It's a fucking war. Cops! Chal! Chal, chal, chal!
Mumbai, we got to get it now. Get it now. We got to get it.
My name is Zake. I do graffiti since 3 years in Bombay. I'm one of the pioneers of graffiti scene in Bombay. Graffiti is an element of hip hop. I got into hip hop and I liked hip hop music, so graffiti was my thing, you know. I needed a way to express myself. In school time I used to draw and I can paint well, so I got into an art school which didn't really work out. So I got influenced in 2008. I saw a magazine which was in the newspaper. I saw people doing graffiti and that's when I actually thought that I'll start doing it. After seeing the magazine, I went to Malaysia in 2009 and that's when I saw a lot of graffiti, like, people doing it and the walls were painted. The vibe was like really amazing. So I thought, I should do this. So when I came back, I had no way, I looked up for people who are doing it, but there was no one doing it. In India, like, people don't really know about it. It's hard to survive, in this kind of a situation where it's hard to explain people what you're trying to do, but also keep doing it because, you believe in yourself. We never show our faces, that's because we don't want to come in front of the people. I feel like a superhero coming out in the night, doing my thing and going back, and people be like what the fuck is happening, I like to surprise them. I like to surprise myself, when you go out in the night, you don't know what you're painting. The adrenaline rush is the kind of high. Later when it gets nasty, or when I get into a chase and when I escape that chase, that kind of a feeling I think I might never get. It's difficult to explain. My style is a bit organic. It's just everyday forms. Like I write my name, but it's just everyday forms that I use in a creative way and express myself, going with the flow. It's actually like a dance form, like when we do an outline, it's always like you have to move your body, with the outline. So it's about moving your body with your piece, and that's how the flow comes into your piece, So it's actually a representation of yourself into the piece. Basically, bombing is about, yes, it's about writing your name, but it's about bombarding people with your name. It's like guerrilla marketing. Your piece is your brand, your name is your brand, so you have to rep it everywhere. Like, there are people who get a big wall, they do that name repetitively 5 times, so that people, when they travel, they can see it like Zake, 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 or whatever, So that's called bombing. It's a very selfish art, yeah, definitely, I believe. Initially, when I was doing it, I was not telling anyone, but then my dad had an idea that, I like this kind of stuff, but he never wanted me to go do things illegally. They saw this thing in the newspaper and they knew it was me because there was no one else doing this. He's like, do it, but take the responsibility of your actions. And I always did that. If tomorrow I get caught, I don't want to be blaming my parents. That's my choice. So that's why I do it.
या कुठेतरी बाहेर गेला होता, तर इकडे ते लोक बाहेरचे कोणतरी चायनाचे काहीतरी आले होते, तर याच्या मित्रांनी त्याला फोन करून बोलवला. ते आमच्या इथे पेंटिंग करत होते. याला थोडा माहिती होतं ना ते करायचं, तर याला बोलवलं आणि मग हा त्याच्यामध्ये गेला त्यांच्याबरोबर आणि तो करायला लागला. तिथपासून तो हे शिकला. चांगलं वाटतं ना, बाहेर बाहेर जातात ते बरं वाटतं ना त्यांच्या बरोबर. आता तुम्ही लोक आलं हे किती बरं वाटलं, असं कोण येणार आहे. तर पेपरमध्ये आलेलं ना सगळ्यांना आवडलं. काय समजत नाही पण चांगलं वाटतं.
People spit on the trains, people do put stickers, and that's okay, you know. When people see ads everywhere, that's okay. But when people see my graffiti, they're like, oh my god, you know, he's done it or whatever. But then at the end of the day, people are like, hey, I like this, you know, I like the painting, you know. Mostly when people are inspired and they come and they ask me, the first thing is, इसमें scope है क्या? The question is like stupid because when I started doing it, I didn't think that I will get a job through it. It's important for people in India to know that do things what you feel and do it in a good way so that later it can become like you become an expert and people like what you're doing and then they can hire you for that.
What's up, cutie? I know you see me checking it. That booty, I know you ain't faking it.
We believe in like mouth-to-mouth advertising or whatever you call it. So people talk about you and that's how, you know, people start knowing about your art. Or, you know, all the foreign writers who came down always told me like, you get legal walls, why don't you do legally? And that's what I think I will follow, because doing it illegally here, I know it's good to take risk, you know, and I have taken that risk. Now that I'm on through it, it's all about doing good pieces that count, you know. So I wouldn't deny that, you know, I don't do graph and like I don't go out in the night and tag, but it's also important to do this so that, you know, I can get a job, you know. So yeah, it's kind of a struggle, you know. I'm just trying to balance things between what people say is being real and you know, still getting paid for it, you know.
And even though you think I got another one, baby, you my number one and only one.
If you've enjoyed my video, please like, comment and share. There are more hip-hop related videos to my left. Please follow 101 India on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Peace.
Hip hop in general is a form of rebellion. You know, it is a way of telling the people that, you know what, this is me, this is who I am, this is the way I choose to live.
पहले जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, मेरे मॉम डैड मतलब इतना सपोर्ट नहीं करते थे, बोलते थे क्या करेगा तू, कुछ नहीं करेगा. मुझे इतना उनको प्रूव करने का था कि मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ.